watching the Raptors game, and I must say, we are so inconsistent, man. Like, it actually hurt me watching that game. Philadelphia 76ers, we were beating them. Like, it was a 12-point game, 10-point game. We were actually playing good. Stanley Johnson gave us great minutes. Stanley Johnson was everywhere. He was really defending Ben Simmons well. Matt Thomas came in, he gave us good minutes. But Norman Powell, man. Norman Powell and Pascal Siakam have the same problem. They are too rowdy. They're too careless with the ball. Like, you saw Siakam with at the end of the game when it was like 91-94. He had that leaning layup and he just rolled off his hand. It just doesn't look like he's meant to play basketball, man. Like, that game really made me angry. If you look at the basketball score, it was even, man. Everyone was playing decent. Everyone did their job. Stanley Johnson was a bold move by Nick Nurse, but I must say that was a really good move by Nick Nurse. He hasn't played for us in a long time, as in we were seeing lineups we've never seen before, but it were working. The amount of turnovers we got was we had 20 turnovers in the game. Like, that can't happen. That literally can't happen. Kyle Lowry, most of the turnovers Kyle Lowry trying to give to our big men Aaron Baines and Alex Len, they didn't look like they wanted the ball. They looked like young Yoni Valanciunas out there. Matt Thomas came in, gave us decent minutes. It's just a very disappointing game. And I have to say, people say Kyle Lowry flops. Joel Embiid flops too. It's unbearable at this point. This guy's flopping off screen. I'm like, you're 7 feet African and you're like 250, 260. Like, why are you falling down so much? He's always on the ground. And he has those little Kevin Durant type, when he swings the ball, like does a rip through. But the problem is, I don't know how that's a shooting foul. No one shoots like that. I don't know why they keep calling that stupid call. Like, when they're ripping through, that's not a shooting motion. No one shoots from the side of their head. So I don't know why they're. Okay, I just need to calm down. But Tobias Harris, that was the first time I ever seen Tobias Harris actually play good. He was making the shots he needed. He came in, he was making the mid ranges, making some threes. Like, Steph Curry had a big shot at the end to seal the game. This game was just so disappointing, man. Like, the 76ers didn't even play that well, even though Embiid had more free throws than our team, so that showed you just what the game was. But they didn't play that well, man. Down the stretch, we just kept giving them the ball. There were stretches at the end of the third quarter when we had 5 minutes when we didn't even score. We literally gave them the ball every single play. And as a Raptors fan, you're just like, what are you doing? OJ Anunoby had a great game. He didn't shoot once in that fourth quarter, I think. Siakam, Siakam not good enough to make decisions. 8 for 23 is a bad stat line. Siakam, I must say he's getting better at knowing when to shoot. As in, he's not shooting threes out of nowhere. And he's actually stepping inside and shooting the mid ranges. And I'm fine with that. But his decision making is horrible. He's just too sporadic. He's not stick to one plays. Norman Powell, I just said, they're both the same player in the sense that they can't make the right decision, the right move, the right pass, know what shot to take, what foot to use. It's like Siakam is too raw. He's like Bruno Caboclo if we gave him a chance. That's what I feel like he is like. And 0-3, I really don't know what the problem is. I feel like this was actually a good game by us too. We shot decently from three, even though we shot 45 threes. I think we shoot too many threes. We didn't get to the paint enough, and they did a good job of that. I must admit, they did a good job of clogging the paint because the only people that got free throws was Kyle Lowry, OG Anunoby, and Alex Len. Like, we didn't get that much free throws. So I think the Sixers, I have to give them props. They did good there. But if you look at the whole game, it's just so disappointing. We lost that game. Yes, the 76ers put up a fight, but we lost that game. We had the game in the bag. I don't know what's next. Looking at this game, I feel like Norman Powell, it's only 3 games. I don't think we should trade him, but he needs to come into his own. He needs to play better. Because I feel like the way Norman Powell's playing, I'd rather have Malachi Flynn in his minutes or DeAndre Bembry. Chris Boucher didn't get that much minutes because they have Joel Embiid and Alex Len. There's no way you can have Chris Boucher, who weighs the same amount as me, like 180. You can't expect him to guard the guys like Dwight Howard. You can't expect him to guard them. So that was a smart by Nick Nurse, I must admit. But this is just so sad, man. Like, I don't know what. This was a better game than the previous two. The previous two, we missed all our shots. Siakam didn't play that well. But this game, it was like everyone pulled their own. Everyone knew what they were doing. The defense was really good. Second half, Embiid started playing better, even though most of his free throws were. I don't know why they call those calls, but I already talked about that. But this was actually a good game. I don't really know what's next. As a Raptors fan, this is very aggravating. It's like I'm throwing my phone, watching the game. I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, really, what are you guys doing? It's just the Raptors with me. It's like I want them to do well, and I don't know what's different from this year and last year. Yes, it's Marc Gasol and Serge Ibaka. I must admit, Serge Ibaka was the biggest miss in free agency. Aaron Baines is a decent replacement, but Aaron Baines right now, I rate him 6 out of 10 right now. Ibaka was our 8.59. Ibaka was our consistent 16 point per game. He was our fourth option. We don't even have a third option, to be honest. We have Kyle and Fred. OG Anunoby, he gets the mismatches. Pascal Siakam, I feel like Siakam is a good supporting player. I don't want the ball in his hands to make plays, but he can make the open three in the corner. I don't feel like his usage, the way we use him like he's a point forward, but he's not a point forward. He's like a small forward, but you don't want him handling the ball. He doesn't have a good enough handle. And when he's going in the paint, doesn't have any moves in his bag. Like, he goes in the paint, veering to the right side or the left side and hoping that his little finger roll dumb shot goes in. Like, he doesn't pump fake. Doesn't rarely pump fakes. He doesn't do a floater. Doesn't do none of that stuff. And that's his problem. He doesn't have enough in his arsenal. Fred VanVleet, he had an off game. He wasn't making his layup. He was shot 2 for 12. That's really poor. That's really poor from him. But yeah, I must say, Stanley Johnson, that was a good job by Nick Nurse. We just didn't pull through in the end. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the Raptors game. In this channel, I might not talk about Raptors games so much because it's close to heart. But I mean, if we just keep playing bad, I just gotta talk about it. Like the video if you like the video, and peace.